There are flavors that transport us to Mexico, like tacos al pastor from traditional taquerias, tacos de pollo, or tacos de bistec, seasoned to perfection. The H-E-B Mi Tienda diced meats and fajitas are inspired by the flavors you love, perfectly seasoned with sabor and corazón, and ready to prepare at home. From our kitchen to yours, enjoy the authentic taste of our H-E-B Mi Tienda diced meats and fajitas. One more reason here, everything's better.
Good evening and welcome to McAllen ISD. This game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of the University Interscholastic League.
Regardless of the outcome of this game, all the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence.
We ask that as a spectator you consider the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, and athletes have put forth.
The officials for this event have been mutually agreed upon by school officials from both schools. Their role is not unlike those of the players, coaches, teachers, and administrator.
Without them, this event would not be possible. Their knowledge and application of the rules are a result of annual testing, years of study, and continual participation in clinics that further refine their understanding of the game.
We ask you as students, parents, and citizens to demonstrate the kind of respect for these officials you would extend to any dedicated person in a position of responsibility.
This means that you as a fan
should not criticize the players on either team,
should not boo the officials,
should not have alcoholic beverages on public school grounds. This is a violation of state law.
Should be courteous to the visiting fans,
should cheer for your team,
and should show respect for injured players on both teams.
Thank you for your attendance and enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game.
The following presentation of McAllen ISD Football Night is brought to you by Dairy Queen, Bogus Ford, Performance Therapeutics, South Texas Health Systems Clinics, and by Lone Star National Bank.
I'ma get it, you know I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way. Man on a mission, I'ma get it, you know I be on the way. Yeah, it's all hard, ain't no fear here. You ain't giving this to all, you steer clear. Never beat, I've been down and I reappear. You got some money on the line, you better put it here. Rolling in and doing that work. Check priorities, I'm doing that first. Check's big and I'm sure that hurts, but it's checkmate, we ain't selling short, know the work.
And welcome to another edition of Football Night in McAllen ISD as the Mission Eagles take on the McAllen High Bulldogs tonight in exciting non-district action. Welcome to the city of Palms. And I'm Mark May along with Mario Reyna as we get ready for Mission versus Mac High, a rivalry that goes all the way back to the 1920s. And Mario, I know we're just moments away from kickoff. Tell me a little bit about the keys for tonight's game.
Well, the keys are early in the season. Coaches want executions, and they talk about simply they want to see who's going to control the line of scrimmage. And, of course, don't give up the big plays and avoid the turnovers and penalties and just play good, sound football as they get ready for district play.
All right, and we're going to step aside for just a moment and take a look at one of the Bulldog players. This is senior defensive lineman Diego Barrera. We talked to him earlier this week. Here is that.
My name is Diego Barrera, and I play defensive end for the McAllen Bulldogs.
Bring him some time, and then a big sack. A big sack by the McAllen Bulldogs. That was Diego Barrera.
So the role of a defensive end is really just to get around the tackle. You have to do your assignment, whether it's hitting the pulling guard with all you have or going around and sacking the quarterback. Just really trying to get through and penetrate the end. I think we're going to be able to either do as good as we did last year or build off of that success and do even better in playoffs. I think my goal was personally really to try and get a sack every game, whether it's kind of a group tackle or I get a solo sack, that plus a forced fumble. Plan on being a cardiovascular surgeon, going to UT first, and then from there going to medical school and using that to just really come back and help the Valley.
And welcome back. Here's the coin toss just moments ago here in the game. You can see the Mackay captains there, Nathan Rocha, quarterback Joaquin Valdez, Andres Beretta, Max Alvarez, Jaden Herrera, John Aleman, Jackson Quintanilla, and Maddox Braxton. And we're just moments away from kickoff now. Let's go into our starting lineup for the Mackay Bulldogs, who are 1-0. They defeated the Edinburgh Bobcats last week. That's a historic rival. They're going to play another historic rival here tonight. Junior quarterback Joaquin Valdez had a terrific year last year, over 2,000 yards passing. Running back Jaden Herrera, and then 4 wideouts. Diego de Saavedra, Angel Anaya, Nick Karam, who was a mainstay from last year, and then Tristan Keith. And then looking at our offensive line, we've got Noe Elizondo, Captain Heriberto Balderas, another Captain Jackson Quintanilla in the middle, and then Maddox Braxton and Arian Villarreal. A lot of experience there in 3 seniors, 2 juniors. Looking at the defense, a 4-man front, you'll see Diego Beretta, who we just saw on the video, and then Balderas and Quintanilla again. So that's seeing those 2 guys going both ways tonight on the offensive line and defensive line. Then Angel Vega, sophomore, will be there on the D-line as well. 2 linebackers, Oliver Schwartz and John Aleman, and then 5 defensive backs in the secondary. And that's Nathan Rocha, Will Hawk, Jacques Frost, Andres Beretta, Aiden Sanchez. And of course, you see there 4 seniors and a junior. So a lot of experience on this Mackay team that went 3 rounds deep last year. They've got 7 seniors starting on offense and 8 seniors starting on defense. So, Mario, do you see that as all that experience coming back from a 3-round deep team from last year? How's that going to help the Bulldogs this year?
Well, absolutely, because they come in here with a lot of confidence. And today's parents' night, so I was down there talking to the kids, and that's what they talked about coming into to this game. It was one of the Barrera twins, okay? Number 11 and 44 are twins, and they were talking about the confidence they have, how the team has come together. And Coach Shelby is real happy that, this year he knows what they did last year, so the expectations are high for them to have another successful season.
All right, we got our officials here for tonight.
Yes, and those are my friends there because I'm a sports official myself. Eddie Ramos is the referee, Leo Bencourt, the umpire. Then you have Orlando Zamora, Jaime Cerna, Jose Luis Cavazos, Danny Salas, and Willie Infante, and it is a 7-person crew.
Yeah, 7-man crew here tonight. That's the maximum allowed. There we see some of the other officials on the opposite end. And right now they're introducing the Veteran of the Week. And you see our Veteran of the Week over there in the yellow shirt, Mr. Roberto Garza.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, Mr. Roberto Garza, 16-year teacher at McAllen ISD, teaches English at Mackay. A little bit of background about him. He served in the U.S. Air Force for 5 years, earned the Air Expeditionary Medal, and served in Saudi Arabia, South Korea, and South America. And now we see our JROTC cadets color guard coming out. And that includes Sergeant First Class Antoine Namog, and then carrying the U.S. flag, Major Itzel Ramos, carrying the Texas flag, Captain Dylan Garza, carrying the Bulldog Battalion flag is Sergeant Major Elizabeth Puente, and the left rifle is Sergeant Ronaldo Lara. They're under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel Leonard Ciancioto and Sergeant First Class Benito Contreras. We're going to have the national anthem now, sung by Aiden Gracia.
The right guard is Cadet First Class Antoine Namwak, and the left guard is Cadet Sergeant Ronaldo Lara. Would everybody please remain standing, remove your hats and caps for the singing of our national anthem. Here to sing is
Aiden Gracia, a 3-year member of the varsity choir, was awarded Outstanding Performer at the UIL State Solo Contest and a 2023 Palm Award nominee.
See by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Very well done, Aiden Gracia. And now we can see why he was an outstanding performer at the UIL State Solo Contest last year. Wonderful job on the national anthem. And we're just a moment away from kickoff now between Mackay and the Mission Eagles. And Mario, we talked a little bit about Mackay. What do we know about Mission? They're kind of rebuilding, aren't they?
Well, you know, for the first game last week, Mark, they almost had a total of 500 yards total offense. 500 yards of total offense in your first game. That's an amazing performance. We know they can move the ball. Talking to Coach Danny Longoria, his third year in Mission, he was talking about they did everything right, except they didn't score when they should have. They had a couple of bad situations. They took a touchdown away from them, so that's why he felt they lost the game.
And, of course, last year they had been coming out as a 3-year playoff team, and then last year fell to 2-8, didn't make the playoffs, and this year looking to get back into it. Here's the Mackay Bulldogs coming out onto the field. They had 7 wins, 6 losses last year. Finished in the middle of the district pack, qualified for the playoffs, and then got hot at the right time of the year, winning 2 playoff games and advancing all the way to the 3rd round of the state playoffs.
They absolutely got hot at the end of the season. They didn't expect them to win any playoffs. And you see the Mission Eagles coming out. And Mark, that 3rd round playoff game that they played here was Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial, I think, or whatever. I know it's Corpus Christi. They had an opportunity to beat that team, except a couple of boo-boos here and there cost them the game. So, yeah, high expectations here for sure for Coach Shelby.
And see the Mackay cheerleaders, and of course we saw the Mission Eagles run out onto the field. They're 0-1 this year after losing to their crosstown rival, the Mission Veterans Memorial Patriots. And Veterans Memorial Patriots playing a sister school of Mackay. They're playing McAllen Memorial this evening, so you've got 2 McAllens and 2 Mission teams going head-to-head this evening. Bulldogs winners last week, 39-23 over the Edinburgh Bobcats. Impressive because that was a road win, and it's awfully hard to win by double digits on the road.
And Edinburgh has a great tradition, and they went on the road to win. And Mark, the Bulldogs won the toss, and they elected to kick off. So that's interesting. I do want to say today's Parents' Night. So we know sometimes the parents behind all this scene, I mean, everything they do to get the kids prepared, it's awesome to get them recognized. And I was down there talking to parents, Mark, and I do want to send out a shout-out. I was talking to Will Hawk, his parents, and they wanted me to say a big shout out to some people over there in Boynton Beach, Florida. So I want to say hello on behalf of Will Hawk and his parents to Nanny and Papa Klein. Down there in Florida, they don't miss our games.
Yeah, hope they're able to stay dry. I know the hurricane is hitting Florida as we have the kickoff and a return back to the 20-yard line. There's a kickoff by Cash Gossidas. And then a return by Mission's Marco Trevino all the way out to the 20-yard line.
Nathan Rocha in on that tackle. So expect the Mission offense, Mark. They like to do a lot of short passes and see if they can create opportunities for their skilled athletes.
All right, we have Mission wearing the maroon helmets with the white shirts and the white pants. Of course, McAllen High School in the purple and gold. And they're all set to play. This is the 68th meeting between these two, isn't it?
It is.
And what's the series record between the two?
It looks like the Bulldogs have the edge on that one.
Yeah, 41-25 with one draw, I think, as we see a sack here on the first play of the game. And that is quarterback Diego Salinas taking a spill on the sack right there was 55, Heriberto Valderas.
And that's what we talked about in the keys to the game, the line of scrimmage, who can control it. And Mark, it's one thing to have only one Bulldog in there, but it was like 3 or 4 Bulldogs in on the tackle.
Yeah, Nathan Rocha also joining Valderas and Quintanilla, playing both ways here tonight. Man goes in motion. Salinas in the gun. It's going to roll out and fall down. Lost the handle on the ball. Ball came loose. I think the officials might be ruling him down by contact, and they are.
Yeah, he lost his balance. And we'll give credit to the, what do you call it, the synthetic turf. It looked like that's who, he lost his balance and he fell down. But a good pressure by the Bulldog defensive line forced Salinas to scramble out.
And Diego Salinas, an experienced quarterback, passed for 1,400 yards and 14 touchdowns in 8 games played last year. Got hurt near the end of the season. A returning starter there at the QB spot. And here's a draw play. A lot of room here. Across the 20 and to about the 22. It'll bring up 4th down and long. A run there by the running back.
Nathan Rocha, I think, on a tackle mark. And on that one, Coach, defensive coordinator Ernie Alonso, he said, I'll give you 4 or 5 yards, but I'm not going to give you the first down. And that's what happened.
Yeah, Thomas Aparicio was the ball carrier that time. Picked up 11 yards. And we're at 4th down. And the punting unit is on. Could be a high punt, could be fielded midfield, could be returnable. It's a muff, and the Bulldogs pick it up and are lucky not to turn it over. It was Andres Beretta, the intended returner there, but he was able to fall on the football before any kind of disaster could unfold.
Well, early on, Mark, we've had 2 fumbles, so it could be that the kids are still week 2. The nerves are still there. They're just trying to establish themselves. So we'll see what this offense brings out, Mark. And just look at what you're going to see almost on every play. It's the run-pass option offense. Run-pass option.
Yeah, they have 1 man in the backfield. They'll go out of a pistol formation most of the game. So this is going to be a sweep to Jaden Hedetta. Right side has room. 1st down and more. Almost broke that one. I think almost a touchdown-saving tackle, perhaps, by Fabian Robledo.
And Andrew Villarreal was there, too. Wow, that's the way to start the game. If you want to script Coach Shelby, good job by the defense. They got good field position. And then that first play from the line of scrimmage, a 1st down.
So 1st and 10. Valdez going to throw this one, and it's incomplete. He's trying to hit Diego de Saavedra, who is streaking down the right sideline, and they'll bring up 2nd down.
And that looked like a timing pattern. I can guarantee you that Diego de Saavedra wishes he had that opportunity again, because the ball looked like it was catchable.
Looked like Damon Lopez on the coverage there. We take another look. It's a good throw by Valdez. Threw it to where it would either be incomplete or caught. And here's Hedetta going in for short yardage up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 1 officially to bring up 3rd down.
Good job by Captain Gabriel Bernal. If he doesn't make that tackle, I think 1st down might have been an opportunity as we take a look at the replay.
9 minutes to go here in the first quarter, no score. Mackay on their first possession on the march after Mission was 3 and out.
Look out for Alvarez.
Man goes in motion for Mackay. Valdez going to roll out right, being chased. Going to throw this toward the end zone. And receiver fell down, was trying to hit De Saavedra once more. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And because of where the ball is at the Bulldog, you're looking at the Bulldog 33, 34-yard line. It's hard to kick a field goal from here. So
yeah, that'd be 50
I would say
yards.
The Bulldogs are going for it. You're not going to punt it. As you take a look at the replay,
by the way, that defensive back I mentioned actually was Alexis Alvarado a couple of plays back. So correct myself there. Here on 4th down, going to throw this one and incomplete. Was trying to get De Saavedra once more, kind of in traffic there. And it's going to be a turnover on downs. But like you pointed out, Mario, they were already in a position where they didn't stand to gain much by punting or kicking.
Correct. And give the Eagle defense credit. You know, they gave up that quick first down, and then they came up with a big stop. Great job. Man, I like this camera views that we have. I think they call them the isolation.
Yeah, I had an isolation on De Saavedra there.
Played De Saavedra. Beautiful work that our MITV does, and Coach Shelby. How many years has he been around here?
He's in his 5th year as head coach. Snap to Salinas on 1st down for Mission. They got a completed pass for short yards at the 39-yard line. And that was completed to Dion Gonzalez.
And that's a Mission offense. Quick passing, get yourself 4 or 5 yards, hopefully break it, and go for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was her first pass attempt of the game, 6 yards. I saw they were throwing to Gonzalez quite a bit in the pregame warm-up. Short passes to him, and they go to him that time. And now here's a handoff, Aparicio, protecting the football and gets all the way up to the 49 and 1st down, and it could be more.
I think it was a flag up there. There's a little yellow flag that could be an additional 15 yards for face mask.
It's the first flag we've had with 8 minutes to go in the first.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense, number 15. 15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic first.
Let's take a look at the replay. There's a face mask. Wow, look at we're so privileged to be up here, Mark, to get this awesome replays. But Mark, it all started with that short pass. It opens up the offense. It gets the defense kind of jittery. They don't know what's going to happen. That's why they gave up that running play.
So Salinas in the gun once more. Aparicio line up to his left. They've got 2 receivers split wide left and wide right. Salinas fakes the handoff. Hit as he throws, and he connects at the 20, at the 10, and now touchdown for the Mission Eagles. And they're on the board with a 36-yard touchdown pass to Shelby Sital.
You know, Mark, I want to see the replay on that one because it looked like he rushed it, and I didn't know if that's the intended receiver, but if it was, wow, what a pass. Under pressure, they almost got him, and he released the ball just in time.
Here's the extra point try. Is up, and it is good by the kicker, Angel Guajardo. And so with 7:33 to play in quarter number 1, Mission High 7, Mackay nothing. We're going to show the replay of the touchdown now. 36-yard connection from the quarterback Salinas to Sital.
Look, they look like they almost got him, and he almost threw it up for grabs. The defender was there, Mark, but he put the ball perfectly.
All right, Mission 7, Mackay nothing. We'll go to break. You're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow, creating more jobs
and more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank. the Valley's bank.
At DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium, and Mission leading Mackay by a score of 7-0 here in this non-district game. The second game for both teams. Mackay 1-0 and Mission 0-1. And here's the kick by Mission. And this is going to be fair caught the 30-yard line by Mackay's Nathan Rocha. Yeah, on that touchdown, Mario, it looked like Diego Bedetta from his defensive end spot was closing in on a potential sack of Salinas. And Salinas stood his ground and got rid of the football just in time.
That's a big-time throw, Mark. I thought he was just trying to get rid of it, but he knew what he was doing.
So Mackay begins their second possession. It's going to be at the 30-yard line. It's going to be handoff. Hedetta once more breaks one tackle and gets a short gain there of about 3 yards. It'll bring up second down.
You know, Mark, getting back to our keys to the game, I don't know how many times we talk about it, but today they're really coming out. That big play was a key to the game. It happened. And then, of course, the penalties, 15 yards, helped the Mission offense in the last possession. So the keys to the games are coming out.
And goes in motion. That's Karam. There's a flanker screen to the left side. It's caught by Keith. And Keith able to get close to the first down marker. It's going to be about 3 yards or maybe 2 yards short and bring up third down.
Nice quick pass by the Bulldogs. And a 5. And whenever you have a 3rd and 2 situation, pretty much the playbook is wide open for offensive coordinator Philip Romeros.
And this is going to be a run play, a little sweep right side. And Etta has the first down and more. Spins his way across the 45 to the 47-yard line.
Good blocking on the right side of the Bulldog offensive line. And Herrera, you got to enjoy how he runs, Mark. He's a real shifty running back. Very difficult to tackle.
That picked up 9 yards there. 4th down and 2 for a first down. Excuse me, 3rd and 2. Quarterback thinking about running it. Valdez still alive. Now he's going to tuck it and run it. Able to turn the corner at the 50 and then forced out of bounds at about the Mission 49-yard line by Alexis Alvarado.
Joaquin Valdez, he's just, now that he's a junior, a little bit more experienced, he didn't rush the ball downfield, which could have been led to an interception. The Mission defense put on some good pressure on him, but he kept his balance there. That he would have had like a 4 or 5 yard loss. So his athletic ability still gained 5 yards for the Bulldogs.
Second down and 49. Second down at the 49. Second down and 6. This will go to Karam, trying to go around the left side, and Mission smelled that one. And it's going to be held to no gain, actually a loss of a yard back to the Bulldog 48, a loss of 3.
Great discipline by the Eagle defense on the right side. Sometimes you can get fooled, but that didn't happen there. That's what you call a disciplined defense.
So 3rd down and 9 here for the Bulldogs. A long throw here by Valdez, and it's going to be incomplete. Eagles had good coverage down there. It was intended for Keith.
Good job by Lou Vasquez Peña, who anticipated the throw. He was there, and that's why the Bulldogs were not able to complete the pass. This time the Bulldogs, because the ball is on their side of the field, they won't be punting.
There's the first punt of the game for Mackay. Nobody back there for Mission. This is going to go out of bounds since I think they're going to, they've got a flag back at the spot of the kick. Ball went out of bounds about the 21-yard line.
Well, how about that Eagle defense? It looks like they're winning the line of scrimmage so far with 2 big stops.
Yeah, they're going to tack that on to the end, so it'll be at from the 21 to the 26-yard line.
Wow, this series goes back a long time, Mark, and very interesting information that was provided. The Bulldogs 41-25-1. But we'll read something here that goes back to even the days of Tom Landry.
Yeah, probably maybe the most famous football player to ever come out of the Valley. It's an incomplete pass here, broken up by a stout Mackay defense. Ball came loose, but it's ruled incomplete pass and bring up 2nd down.
That's how you play defense right there, Mark.
Salinas' pass.
Frost.
Looks like it was intended for Shelby Sital. Was that Frost in there on the hit?
I think so. I think he read it perfectly.
First incompletion for Mission. Just a little past the halfway point of the first quarter. Here's the handoff. Straight ahead, has some room. Is going to be just short of the first down, but to bring up 3rd and very short. And a terrific run there by the running back. That's Ivan Muniz.
And what made it terrific, Marcus, I don't know, we'll see the replay. He was following one of his offensive linemen. If you take a look at the replay right here, you see that? He was following the offensive lineman, and once he decided to get make his move, he did.
Salinas going to throw left side, and it's caught. First down. Threw into traffic. A perfect strike there to Christopher Kirk. And Mission will move the chains.
Yes, and they will move the chain because I think the defense was offsides. So that was actually a free play.
Yeah, 16 yards on that pickup, all the way to the Bulldog 49.
Offsides. Defense, number 44. That penalty is declined. Results of the play, 1st down.
So 1st and 10 here for the Eagles. The Bulldog 49-yard line. Yeah, this series going back to 1925 was the first meeting. And here's a run straight ahead by Salinas. Has some room to about the 43-yard line before he's tackled by the defensive back Andres Barrera.
And that shows you that Diego Salinas is a multiple threat quarterback. He can not only throw the ball, he's very capable of running. Made some good moves. But he didn't get hit until he got into the secondary, so that tells you that the Mission line of scrimmage, Eagles are doing a good job. Offensive line.
3 down lineman for Mackay this time. It's a handoff. Aparicio breaks one tackle into the secondary now, near the 30-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. And another 1st down for Mission.
And the Bulldogs were lucky that they didn't get a penalty on that one. It was pretty close to hitting the running back kind of late. But that left side of the offensive line, they keep pushing the Bulldogs back. And I was told that Mission Eagles, they have a big offensive line as you take a look at the hit there.
Yeah, 1925, the first meeting. That was your freshman year, wasn't it, Mario?
That's right.
Valley football history goes back a long way, over a century. And here's handoff straight ahead. Once more, this is the running back Muniz again. And he's going to be close to another 1st down, actually.
You know, Mark, it all happens. Why? The defense right now can't figure out what the Eagles are going to do. Are they going to pass it? Are they going to run it? And that puts a lot of pressure on you defensively. And that's what happens when your offense opens up with a couple of successful passes.
So we got 2 men in the backfield now. Saw Salinas mishandled the snap. Now they're going to run it, throws it, and I think this is caught, able to toe that line. A terrific catch there the Mission receiver, and that was 21, De Leon Gonzalez once more.
But that play was made by Diego Salinas. As we take a look at the replay while he's scrambling, look at that. He likes to throw under pressure. He's very successful. Not too many quarterbacks can do that.
Let me correct myself. Jay Gonzalez making the catch. But a first down now, first and goal at the 8-yard line. 2:56 to go in the quarter. And a handoff to, once more, it's Muniz. Going to bring up second down. Looks like a gain of 3 there to the 5-yard line.
So think about it, Mark. If you're the defensive coordinator, what do? I mean, they can throw and they can run.
Yeah, that's a tough situation.
Nice tackle by number 68, Jackson Quintanilla.
It'll be second down from the 5. And off once again, Muniz fighting forward to about the 3-yard line this time. It'll bring up third down and goal.
And I was down there on the field, and Mark, Mission Eagles, they have a big offensive line. I would think they're going to go with the offensive lines. They're huge, and they might just go with another running play and let their offensive line just push the Bulldogs defenders back into their own end zone.
It's going to be a fake to Muniz this time. Salinas rolling out, wants to keep it, and goes in for the touchdown. The quarterback, Diego Salinas, has thrown for a TD and now run for one and increases Mission's lead to 13-0.
And you know, Mark, that fake up the middle, the Bulldogs expected to run, and a lot of the Bulldog defenders went for the fake. And you can't leave a good athlete like Diego Salinas out in the open field because he knows what he's going to do with that ball.
It's a 9-play, 74-yard drive. Now the extra point by Guajardo. Mackay had a bit of a rush there, but they got the kickoff clean, and it's good, and it's 14-0 now in favor of the Mission Eagles. Minute 34 left to play in quarter number 1. We're going to do the smile cam now. Mission certainly has plenty to smile about. Mackay has plenty of time to come back in this game.
Yeah.
So both teams reaching to smile.
You know, you can always get smiles out of the kids.
Here's another look at that touchdown run. So Salinas faked the handoff, fakes a throw, and run in for the touchdown. And it's a 14-0 lead here in the first quarter. 14-0 Mission Eagles. And the Eagles will kick off. Big Guajardo to kick off once again, standing back there to receive. You can see Mackay's Tristan Keith. This is high up in the air, and it's going to be fair caught. Or was it? Maybe it wasn't fair caught, but it was nevertheless going to be Mackay's football. That was Oliver Schwartz, the linebackers, just a sophomore, making a good catch there.
I tell you what, he got hit as soon as he caught it. He did a good job of hanging on to the ball. Look at that.
He did not signal fair catch.
No, he didn't. He might have. He should have.
Yep, but a good job nevertheless. Tackle on the play by Andrew Vidia.
I think we have a penalty.
Number 70. 5 yards from the end of the run. First down.
You know, here's where it pays off to have an experienced group of kids and Coach Shelby, where they know what they're capable of. They know they're going to score tonight, so they just got to get themselves get back in the game and make this game an interesting game. 14-0, you don't want to go down more than 14 points this early in the game.
And there we see Shelby right there.
I'll tell you what, Mark.
Team that played really well last week, but struggling a little bit here in the first quarter tonight. There's a run off tackle to the right side. This is Hedetta once more, all the way into Eagle territory to about the 47-yard line.
Nice counter run by Herrera. And that's what the Bulldogs want. They need to be in second and short down situations.
All right, now they'll run this to the left side. Not as much room over there as they get back maybe to the line of scrimmage at best. Actually may have lost half a yard.
And with a third down and they lost a yard, it's probably definitely a passing down. But getting back to Coach Shelby, what I like about the parents, what they were saying, Mark, it's one thing to teach your kids athletic skills, but they're very happy at how he tries to teach a lot of life skills and turn their kids into lifelong, well-rounded kids.
Yeah, third down. Absolutely right about that. Man goes in motion. Valdez rolls out. It's going to throw over the middle. This is caught. It's a first down. Deeper into Eagles territory, caught by Nick Karam, his first catch of the season, or for the game, all the way down to the 33-yard line. It's a 14-yard pickup.
Nice roll out. You put your quarterback in a situation where he will get sacked, and he made the right throw, and that could be the play that gets the Bulldog offense going. As Joaquin Valdez, we know what he's capable of doing. That's the first quarter already?
First quarter already has evaporated, and it was all Mission in the first quarter. They lead it by a score of 14-0 after one quarter of play, but Mackay on the march when we come back for quarter number 2. Right now you're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD, and we'll be right back.
Have some very good and important news about your and your family's healthcare. Now more than ever, South Texas Health System clinics are here for you in all the ways that matter more. Because now there are more locations in the Valley to serve you, more doctors, more specialists, more services, and more ways to experience how at South Texas Health System clinics, now more than ever, we're all here for you.
And welcome back here to start the second quarter. Is a short pass to Nick Karam for a Mackay first down. Let's show it to you here on the replay.
It was a nice play, Mark. A nice read. Nice pass. You always want to put the pass where the runner just catches it and keeps on going.
And here you see straight ahead, nothing much going there as Mission was ready on top of that. And I'll bring up second down and 10.
And Alvarez was again, Joaquin Valdez was again with his balance.
Here's Hedetta going out to the right side. And a flag is down as Hedetta fights his way all the way to the 10-yard line with an apparent first down, but we'll see what the flag is about.
You know, lots of time, a flag downfield might not be good news for the Bulldogs.
12 men on the field. Defense, number 16.
12.
That penalty is declined. Result of the play, second down.
And of course, the Bulldogs are going to take the yardage gain.
Yeah, but they're actually going to spot him just a yard short of the first down.
So you'll take a 2nd and 1 instead of a first
and
5.
Third down.
It is third down, Mark.
You're right. Yeah, they had the first play that was bottled up at the line of scrimmage, and then that 9-yard gain was third down. But it's a first down now as we see quarterback sneak straight ahead. It's going to be a first and goal situation now for the McAllen Bulldogs, who are knocking on the door after trailing by 2 scores.
And anytime you quickly come up to the line and you decide to do a quick quarterback keeper, you know you probably have a real good center in Jackson Quintanilla. And also number 77, Maddox Braxton.
Here's the snap, throw toward the end zone, and no good, intended for Keith. Keith couldn't quite bring it in, was wide open.
You know,
and bring up second down.
And I say this over and over, sometimes when it's the easiest catch, he probably caught one of those passes when he was in elementary. Those are the ones that become the hardest. Good read by quarterback Joaquin Valdez on that one.
He's going to fake the toss, run it ahead. It still has a pitch man. He'll pitch it right, and it's a touchdown. The pitch right was the right move, and Jaden Hedera puts the Bulldogs on the board.
You know, that play, Mark, Joaquin Valdez did so many things the right way. First of all, he was going to get hit for a loss. He kept his balance, and then the option was still there. He could run with the ball if he wanted to, but he knew he was going to be tackled, and he pitched the ball out for the touchdown.
And the kicker will be Cash Cáceres. High snap, kick is away. End over end, and it's good. And the deficit is cut in half as Mission still leading, but McAllen's on the board. The score 14-7 with 10:38 to play in the first half. Another look at the touchdown, Mario.
Right there, Mark, he was going to be tackled. He didn't. He kept looking upfield, and he made the right pitch.
All right, we'll be back in just a moment. The score, Mission 14, McAllen 7.
Sport is proud to sponsor tonight's game and honor student athletes pursuing excellence on and off the field. Enjoy the drive.
All right, you can hear the crowd getting into it tonight. It's Friday night, got a 3-day weekend in front of you. Everybody's in a festive mood, and why not? We've seen 3 scores go up on the board already. Mission ahead, but McAllen with the momentum.
It's been an exciting game so far.
Here we see back to receive Alexis Alvarado, and Cáceres getting ready to kick off. That scoring drive by McAllen, 58 yards in 8 plays, and a 7-yard run by Hedera. Most of it by Valdez, actually, but Hedera gets credit. There's a muff on the kick, and a return to about the 24. And on the return there was Dion Gonzalez.
What a hit. Looks like number 32 for the Bulldogs. Saeed said Esparza. He put the hurt on that one.
Yeah, take another look at it here. It's one he'll field tomorrow.
Actually, with Jaden Herrera.
Still plenty of time to go in the first half. 14-7 Mission. They start this possession at their 23-yard line. Going to hand this off. Dancing his way forward for about 4. There's also a flag down, and the ball carrier is Aparicio.
Holding. Offense, number 53. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains. First down.
And those penalties are what you call the offensive nightmare, because right away you go into a 1st and 20 situation.
Yeah, I remember the Former Dallas Cowboy, New York Giant football coach Bill Parcells used to refer to those extra yards you lose that you gain that you also lose, and then they penalize you on top of that. He called those hidden yards. And they can catch up to you over the course of the game. Here's a short pass, a catch on a hook route, and then an immediate tackle. It looks like they got most of the penalty yardage back as the pass caught there by Christopher Kirk.
Nice tackle. And the Bulldogs were willing to give up the 7 or 8 yards. Let's give credit to Nathan Rocha on that hard tackle.
Six-yard pickup on that last pass. They gained about 4 yards here on Upper Issio's run once more. This will bring up second down.
And Mark, that looked like a play there on a 2nd and 14. Maybe you need to put the ball in the air. But Coach Longoria is not going to panic. He's trying to get some yards, make it an easier third down possession. And now expect a short, quick pass to see if they can break it away for a first down.
Yeah, I said second down, but actually third down, 3rd and 9 here for Mission. So a chance for Mackay if they get a stop here to get the ball back. Salinas rolling out, has time. Look, no one open downfield, and he's going to get sacked. It's Diego Beretta. Wants to be a surgeon one day and made a surgical strike that time, sacking Salinas. And Mission will have to punt.
And one of the twins came through on that one, Mark. But I think the problem here is that Diego Salinas, he was looking downfield. Once he couldn't find anything, he probably was better off just throwing the ball away so they wouldn't get the yardage lost. Those are the twins. I was talking to their dad, Marcos Barrera, former city commissioner, and he says that it's hard to keep up with both kids because he has one eyeball on number 11 and the other eyeball on number 44 for their defense.
Yeah, they're both on defense. Here's the punt. There is a flag down. This might be returnable here. This is caught. That's Beretta actually across the 50 into Mission territory to about the 46. Well, his dad, Marcus Beretta, was a football player at Memorial back in the early 1980s, class of 84. Was back in the Papi Rodriguez days.
You're so right. And he talks about how hard it is sometimes to wear purple and gold, but he's still got that little Memorial Mustang in him.
Illegal formation. 5 in the backfield.
So we got to give credit to the Bulldog defense. They came up with a stop, but it went back to that penalty mark, and we talked about that in our what we call the keys to the game. Mm-hmm. The turnovers and penalties, and that's really what stopped that. You don't want to start off on a 1st and 20 deep in your own territory. So now the Bulldogs, they have the confidence. They got the momentum. They just scored a touchdown, and let's see if they can tie this game.
So there's 8:08 to play here in the second quarter. Bulldogs have the ball in Mission territory, the 42-yard line. And they're going to run this up the middle. Got a lot of room there. And that's Karam on the carry. And it looks like might be just short of a first down.
Good blocking right up the middle. And while that happens because the Bulldogs were successful on a couple of passing plays, so now the Eagle defense is on their toes.
Yeah, 9-yard pickup there by Karam. And they're going to try Hedetta outside right. Actually, they faked to him. Quarterback kept it. I was fooled initially, but Mission was not. And Mission able to hit him for a loss. That was a tackle by Gabriel Bernal.
Well, that's a good thing, Mark, that you weren't playing defense because you would have gone out on that running back that had no ball. It was a good fake, though, but it didn't work.
Yeah, so now a third down. Valdez to throw over the middle, caught by Karam, sheds one tackler, first down, and all the way down to the 20-yard line. And Mackay moves the chains once more. Mackay doing very well on their third down conversions. They're 4 for 6 in the game.
And Mark, anytime you go right up the middle to catch a ball, that means you got a lot of courage because you know you're going to get hit. But Karam with the sure hands.
Yeah, 15-yard pickup all the way down to the Mission 20. Under 7 minutes to play first half.
And there's a penalty.
And this will be against the offense.
False start. Offense, number 3. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains first down.
So you have a 5-yard mark off. They're back to the 25. Still first down. First and 15. And here's Valdez wanting to throw. He's trying to signal his man to run upfield. A miscommunication there, and Mission ends up with a turnover, an interception by Emilio Alvarado.
I cannot tell you how many times when there's pressure on a quarterback, I think he felt the pressure and he rushed it a little bit. I don't know if he got hit as he was throwing the ball, but there's a turnover, and that was one of the keys to the game. Looks like right here, he's definitely under pressure. And yes, Mark, he was hit. He was hit as he threw the ball, and that's why it was underthrown.
They run right up the middle. Zaparicio broke the first tackle, crossed the 30 to about the 31. That'll bring up second down.
Aiden Sanchez in on that tackle. A good first down, gain of 6 yards. And I think the Eagle defense offense, I think we might have a
false start.
Illegal motion.
Offense, number 21. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains second down.
So the false start actually takes away 5 of the 6 yards that were gained, and it makes it a 2nd and 1.
Okay, second down and 1. Salinas wants to throw, hit in the backfield, breaks 2 tackles, and may have just quite got back to the line of scrimmage, got nowhere near the first down.
And that was a play by design to see if Diego Salinas would use his athletic ability to make something positive happen. He did break a tackle. Nice open field tackle by the Bulldog corner.
So third down now here for Mission. And nothing much doing there as they get up to the 30-yard line. They'll bring up fourth down, and they'll bring on the punting unit for the third time here tonight.
I wonder if Coach Longoria didn't want to put the ball up in the air. I don't know if they're going into the wind. And he just doesn't feel that he needs to put the ball up in the air. They are. They do have the lead, 14-7, with 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go.
The receive back to receive was Andres Beretta.
I think we're going to have a timeout.
Timeout. Bulldogs.
So a timeout called by Mackay. 14-7 is our score. Mission in front, but Mackay about to get the ball back. We'll be back. McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium, opened in 1976. Still as good as ever. Mission punting the football here. This is their third punt. Mackay probably going to let this one go. Takes a little bit of a Mackay bounce all the way up to the Mackay 45-yard line. They'll start from there with 3:59 to play here in the first quarter. They still have 2 timeouts.
Well, Mark, you're talking about the stadium. It opened up, what, in 76?
76.
And it's going, when I say 74, does that tell you anything? 74.
Personal foul. Receiving team, 4. Unnecessary roughness.
There's a penalty.
Yeah, there you see
I'm talking about
big crowd here tonight, and a big new attraction coming into play, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but 74 means that 74 steps to come way up here, Mark. It is long. It is not easy, but I will tell you, look at this beautiful. You'll be here in the future,
Personal
maybe
foul.
October.
Receiving team, number 4. Unnecessary roughness.
So there's a personal foul, 15-yard penalty. But, Mark, when you look at this press box, I think you can fit like 8 press box into this, or even more. What do you think? Look at this. It's going to be amazing.
It's 5,200 square feet. The old press box that we're in is a little over 500 square feet, so it's 10 times smaller.
Unbelievable. Mark, and I don't have to come up once the elevator's there. I don't have to walk up here 74 tough steps.
And here's Valdez wanting to run this to the wide side of the field. Mission strings it out. We go hold Valdez to a 4-yard pickup.
And we'll see how the penalty plays out, because the Bulldogs, they would have had the ball at about the 45-yard line. And because of that penalty, they have to start off at the 34. And because time is of the element.
And from our 50-yard line camera there, you can see us.
Yeah.
Hope you're enjoying the game. Here's a handoff running right. This is Hedetta. Scored the touchdown for the Bulldogs earlier. And is able to run this up to about the 36-yard line and bring up third down. So third down now for the Bulldogs.
I think it's a big third down.
On third.
I think they need to keep possession and run out the clock or make something happen. If not, they're going to give the Eagles a good field position.
So Valdez to throw is going to flare this one out. It's behind Hedera. This might be a live football. No, they're going to whistle this dead. Sometimes that can be ruled as a lateral, but ruled an incomplete pass, and it'll bring up the punting unit.
And not only is it an incomplete pass, the rhythm wasn't there, and that happens early in the season. The big deal also is that it stops the clock with 3 minutes and 16 seconds to go. The Eagles are going to get good field position, and we'll see what they do with it.
See, this punter kind of flutters a little bit. It's high and going to take a huge Bulldog bounce all the way to about the 35-yard line.
And actually, that was a pretty good punt.
So first and 10 for Mission. It'll be out there at 36, actually. They have 3:04 on the clock. They have all 3 of their timeouts. So plenty of time here for Mission to put some more points on the board. They lead 14-7. Here's Salinas facing the blitz. Able to dump this off Aparicio on a screen pass. And has the first down up to about the 48-yard line in Mission territory. Gain of 12.
That's a beautiful call. Beautiful call by the Mission offense. And it worked. I mean, anytime you can get that. Good call by offensive coordinator Samuel Longoria.
So first and 10, Mission 48. Salinas wants to throw, has protection, going to launch this one left side. It's caught And it's going to be ruled out of bounds. Nice catch there by Christopher Kirk, but could not keep his feet in. And it'll be an incomplete pass.
You know, the only thing that didn't work is that he was out of bounds. But what a beautiful pass by Diego Salinas.
Yeah, Salinas just dropped this one in there. Look at that, just perfect placement on the pass. You want to always overthrow your receiver running deep so that way the pass is either caught or incomplete but never intercepted. This textbook example there. 2nd down and 10. Play action, facing the blitz, able to get this one off in time. It's caught for a short gain, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. Just inside Bulldog territory. And it was a catch by Kirk once more.
I give credit to Diego Salinas, quarterback. He knew he was going to get hit. Right here, he knows he's going to get hit, but he put it right where he was supposed to. Look at all the Bulldogs getting to the ball, including number 99. I love that when a big guy is like Angel Vega hustle out and get into a tackle downfield.
So 3rd down and short here for the Eagles. Going to throw this one over the middle. It's caught. 1st down. Still going all the way down to about the 26-yard line. Good catch and run by Sital, who caught a touchdown pass earlier tonight. And they'll advance all the way to the Bulldog 27.
And that was a good run by Sital, a good run pattern. And once again, Diego Salinas, who last year had a good year. He only played, I think, 8 games, Mark, before he got hurt. But he was doing well.
So now at the Bulldog 27-yard line. Salinas throws once more. This little flanker screen, bakes a tackle. Now spin move at about the 20. Will be marked down at the 20 with 1:06 to go here in half number 1. Eagles still haven't used a timeout.
It's about a minute to go. But Mark, have you seen how quickly he gets rid of the ball? He catches, as soon as he catches and adjusts the ball, he throws it. It's about 2 seconds. One, that was a running play.
And here we go again. Running this and getting out of bounds to stop the clock at about the 14. That's Aparicio. And that'll be a 1st down.
Another 1st down. I give credit to Will Hawk on that tackle. I'm sure Natty and Papa Klein are happy down there in Florida on the tackle by Will Hawk.
Yeah, 44 seconds left in the quarter, in the half. And fake handoff. Salinas to keep it straight up the middle at the 10 to about the 7-yard line. That's going to be close to a 1st down. I imagine they'll take a timeout, and they do with 38 seconds left in the quarter.
Timeout. Eagles.
All right, we're going to do the fan cam right now. Mission up 14-7. Less than a minute left before halftime, and time for the fan cam.
You know that the Bulldog fans, quite a tradition. 109 years ago, 1914, when football started. How about this fact, Mark? Back in 1941, the Eagles defeated the Bulldogs, the largest victory, 46-0. And I wonder if Tom Landry had a lot to do with that game.
Yeah, a defensive back named Thomas Wade Landry, playing on that 41 Mission team. That was the biggest margin of victory in the history of this series for Mission. Mac High's biggest margin of victory came in 1952,
11 years later.
66-0.
6-6.
That was the 1952 team, went all the way to the state semifinal. So a handoff up the middle. Aparicio is hit, pulls his way down to the 2-yard line. Now let's see if Mission elects to use another timeout. And they do, stopping at 33 seconds left. They've got
actually going
a first
for
and
it
goal
right
now. Oh no, they're not taking timeout. Going to set up and hand it off Aparicio, and he's going to be knocked down at the 1-yard line.
I think what happened there is head coach Longoria said, you know what? We're going to try to run 2 quick plays up the middle. We have enough time. We don't have to call a timeout. Let's see if we can punch it in.
Yeah, so about 24 seconds left in the half. and Mission has used their second timeout. So they can afford to continue to run the ball down here with that last timeout in their pocket. Or excuse me, first and 2, or yeah, I think second and 2. They got that first down at the 2 and then ran one more play real quick.
Got you. And you know, this goes back, Mark, and look at this beautiful look that we have. Only at MITV, Mark. 3 nice views. The whole field. The Bulldogs on one side and the Eagles on the other side. It doesn't get better than this. No wonder this crew is a state winning championship. And then look at those graphics.
Yeah,
I don't know who makes them, but they look good, Mark.
Want to thank longtime Mackay sports enthusiast Ike Rodriguez for giving us some of those information about the history between these two clubs. And here's a second and goal from the 1-yard line for Mission after the timeout. Hand off, and it's going to be hit for a loss. That's Muniz back to the 5-yard line, and Mission will be forced to burn their last timeout.
And I wonder if the Eagles are going to go ahead and take a field goal. They have a great field goal kicker. He was kicking some balls from the 45-yard line. That's number 42 there on defense, Mark. Is that Nick Moss? You know, but getting back, Mark, when the Bulldogs had the ball, they had the 3rd and 4th situation. They didn't execute. And if they get a first down, maybe this would be happening right now. So that's what happens when an offense doesn't execute. It puts the defense in a tough situation.
So 3rd down and goal. Ball's going to be at the 4-yard line.
Eagles. That's their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
So what would you do here, Mark? I would assume, I don't really want to run the ball because then they're going to have a chance for a field goal. So I expect a rollout, maybe a little pass or an option rollout. Let Diego Salinas, if he thinks he can run it in, let him run it in. If not,
with the 3rd down, yes, if you throw it incomplete, then you don't have any timeouts left. So it'll stop the clock on an incomplete pass, and you can still kick the field goal. If you run it, you get stopped short, you run the risk of not being able to run another play.
I think the Bulldogs took a timeout. They looked at the offensive formation for the Eagles, decided to call a timeout.
Yeah, Bulldogs want a timeout now. Make sure their defense is set. Don't want to give up more than 3 points if they can. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Thank you to our business community. We appreciate sponsors like Dairy Queen, Bogus Ford, Lone Star National Bank, Performance Therapeutics, South Texas Health Systems, and so many other businesses that have made this beautiful scoreboard possible. Because of their support, absolutely no district funds were used, not one penny. This scoreboard allows us to showcase our students throughout the entire school year, and we sincerely appreciate the privilege. Thank you. All right, we're back. 3rd down and goal at the 4-yard line here for the Mission Eagles. I got 2 receivers right, 2 to the left, 1 man in the backfield. It looks like Aparicio, who stays in the block. Salinas throws, and it's through the hands of the intended receiver, Kirk. And they'll bring on the field goal unit, I imagine.
Yes, well, you want to take your points. But boy, that should have been a touchdown for the Eagles. The Bulldogs got lucky.
Now we'll take another look. You see the blitz was coming on there, and Salinas was able to get rid of it.
Well, it's not an easy catch. Not an easy catch.
So this will be a 20-yard field goal attempt with 12 seconds left in the half.
And this kicker is a real strong kicker, Mark.
Yeah, this is Guajardo. He's kicked just a little bit longer than an extra point. Got that off in time. It was good blocking, and the field goal is good, and Mission increases its lead to 10, 17-7 with 9 seconds left in the first half.
It didn't look good for the Bulldog defense, so give them credit just giving up a field goal because the Bulldogs well received to start the 3rd quarter.
Our score is 17-7, 9 seconds left. Mackay should have enough time to return the kickoff and still run one play if they want to do that. They may just take a knee and go into the locker room. I think both teams can take a little bit of a lift from that. Mission happy to get some points late in the second quarter, but Mackay, I think, can feel good about the fact that they did not give up the touchdown.
It's a big difference, Mark, going down 17-7 instead of 21-7. But you get the first possession in the third quarter to try to get yourself immediately back into the game and the momentum back on your side.
So we'll see now. Guajardo might do a squib kick here just to prevent any kind of trickery on the return. Guajardo's going to kick this high, going to be a little short, be returnable from the 17-yard line up to the 25. Now the 30, a hole there at the 40, and down near, just short of the 40, at the 39-yard line. Tackle on the play there by Alvarado. And 3 seconds left. Mackay wants to throw one deep and see what happens. And of course, the half can't end on a defensive penalty. So if they picked up a penalty, they could move it forward and have another play. You're going to see Valdez in the gun, wants to throw, and this is caught. Half is over, so he's got to go the length. This is Keith, and Keith able to fight his way for a first down to the Mission 43, and that's halftime now after a gain of 19 yards on that last play. It'll look good on the stat sheet, but at the break, it's Mission 17, McAllen 7 here at the break, and we're going to have our halftime kick right now. Tony Rodriguez, who's a safety technician in the transportation department at McAllen High School,
a safety technician,
is going to get a chance to kick a short extra point here for $100. And there's the kick, and it is no good. Oh, it's good, actually. It's kind of a line drive. And it's good. He wins $100. Tony Rodriguez, safety technician from the McAllen ISD Transportation Department, and Performance Therapeutics, the ones who sponsors the halftime kick and presents that $100 or some other parting gifts if they should miss. And here it is once more. Kick, and yes, it was good. Just got inside that left upright, and just high enough too, about 3 feet over the bar. So a successful kick there for Mr. Rodriguez, and we appreciate Performance Therapeutics for their support of all our educators here in McAllen ISD. We'll now leave you with a look at the Mission dance team, the High Flyers, followed by the Mission Eagles band and the Mackay band. We've got some halftime highlights here for you to look at. All that coming up here at halftime, and we'll see you on the other side.
Thank you.
Officers for the steppers are Captain Senior Nick Rodriguez, showtime international all-star and showmaker American all-star. First lieutenant Senior Riley Owen, showtime international and showmakers of America all-star. Second lieutenant Junior Diana Luna, showtime international and showmakers of America all-star. Ladies and gentlemen, your stepper of the week is Rachel Ball. Here they are, entertaining you with Taylor Swift. Take it off.
3, 2, 1.
Color Guard sponsors Jennifer Rodriguez, Color Guard instructor Cynthia Mata. Additional instructional staff includes Cici Gutierrez, Marty Gutierrez, Alex Morales, Juliana Gonzalez, and Freddie Gomez. The MACI band would like to thank Interim Superintendent of Schools, Dr. De Hoyos, Director of Fine Arts, Ms. Deborah Loya, MACI Principal, Dr. Albert Canales, and our entire MISD Board of Trustees for the support they provide to music education in McAllen ISD. Thank you all for everything you do for the MACI band.
Bulldogs can't get on your feet. Here come our little Bulldogs. Again, Bulldog fans, your attention to the north end zone. The little Bulldogs are set to run onto the field. Let's give them a big hand as they come out. Come on, little Bulldogs. Here they come. For just $40, your child can become a little Bulldog. They receive a T-shirt.
And here's our little Bulldogs running across the field. Tradition that's done at every Bulldog home game. Let's see who wins this little sprint. About 110 yards there. Oh, it did a nice little flip into the end zone, too.
How about that?
But the little Bulldogs, something that's a tradition for the last 7 or 8 years here at McAllen ISD, is you have the little Bulldog kids who go to the elementary schools that will eventually become part of the high school Bulldogs, get to participate in that little ritual. And they also have the same for the Mustang home games and the Warrior home games. Take a look at the stats from the first half, and you can see in first downs, 9-8 in favor of the Mission Eagles. Rushing yards about even, but look at the passing yards, 113 to 46. More than 2-to-1 advantage there for the Eagles. And penalties about even. There was one turnover. And 17-7 our score here at the break. Mission led 14-0 after one quarter, and then 17-7 here as we start the third, where Matt Kai's going to get the ball first for a chance for them to get right back in it, right, Mario?
Yeah, they did, and they had one of the last possessions, second to the last where they scored, so very capable of getting that rhythm, passing attack going, and making things happen. So we'll see what happens here real quickly within the first 3 to 4 minutes here of the third quarter.
So the Eagles will kick off. It'll be Mackay advancing from right to left. Mackay in the purple and gold. Mission in the mostly white tonight, white and maroon. A lot of great players from both of these historic high schools, and in fact there's a family connection tonight. The Mackay quarterback Joaquin Valdez is the nephew of a name of a Mission legend. Everyone in Mission will recognize this. Nati Valdez was a top-notch receiver, later played college football, Division I college football, and is now a member of the Rio Grande Valley Sports Hall of Fame. Nati Valdez.
Yeah, I got to see him play, and he was quite the receiver. Sometimes they would double and triple team him, and they couldn't stop him.
He played in those high-flying Mission Eagles teams under Coach Rusty Dowling in the 1980s. Frank Hernandez was another wideout with him, stellar receiver, and Lupe Rodriguez, the quarterback in those days.
Well, that was an interesting first half, Mark.
And here's the start of the third quarter, the 25-yard line, and Valdez going to hand this off to Jaden Hedera, who's held to about gain of 1.5 or bring up second down. Valdez last year, we mentioned as a sophomore, throwing for 2,000 yards. And here's going to hit Karam. It's a short run or short screen pass that picks up some yardage to the 30. It'll bring up third down.
And Karam continues to have an effective game. Good hands. 3rd and 6.
Well, 3rd and 6. They throw toward the sideline. This is incomplete. Looks like it was intended for Keith. And it'll bring out the punting unit.
And that's not a good way to start your first possession. You wanted to stay on the field and get a couple of first downs and get that offense going with some momentum. Just didn't happen. So the Eagles are going to get great field position.
Yes, Atal standing back to receive at about his own 40-yard line. See the Mackay punter out there taking his time a bit. Saeed Esparza, third punt of the game for him. And it's going to take a Bulldog roll all the way back to the 29-yard line in Mission territory. So the Eagles will get their first possession with 11:05 to play here in the third quarter. They have a 10-point lead. Mission competing in 6A this year. 31-6A, and McAllen Bulldogs in District 15-5A, Division 1.
And once we get into the third quarter, we start to see how the conditioning plays out and how your depth plays out.
Yeah, McAllen does have 3 players playing on both sides of the football. That's something that could impact the stamina. As we see a pass, it goes off the helmet, it looks like, and incomplete. Off the helmet of Gonzalez, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down.
Looks like there was almost 2 receivers in the same general area.
Yeah, he also had Jay Gonzalez in that area. So second down and 10 now for the Eagles. Their own 29-yard line. Salinas wants to hand this off. This is Aparicio bouncing outside. First down. Has some room. Midfield, Bulldog territory, and bounced out of bounds. And a big gainer there, probably the biggest of the game for Aparicio.
Yeah, that's the biggest running play. Aparicio has been running real hard all game long, and this time he was able to get outside the defensive end, and there was no containment, and that leads to a big 20-25-yard gain.
Yeah, 27 yards on that scamper. And now we'll see Salinas in the pistol with 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. McAllen looks like they might want to blitz here. Now they back out of it. Snap to Salinas. Has time. Going long. Man is open. It's caught. Down the sideline. And a touchdown for the Eagles. That is Shelby Sital, his second touchdown catch of the night. And the Eagles go up 23-7.
And 2 things happened on that one. First of all, the route by Shelby Sital was awesome. And then, of course, the pass by Diego Salinas was right on the money.
Yeah, 44 yards for a touchdown. The second of the game for Salinas, both to Sital. Now they'll go for the extra point here. This is Guajardo, his kick up, and it is good. He's 3 for 3 in the game now. It is 24-7 Mission in front with 10:46 to play in quarter number 3. Bulldogs will be getting the ball back when we come back. Let's take another look at the touchdown. Had a fake and then threw it deep. And Sital with his second long distance score of the night. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD.
Have some very good and we have some very good and important news about your and your family's health care. Now more than ever, South Texas Health System clinics are here for you in all the ways that matter more. Because now there are more locations in the Valley to serve you, more doctors, more specialists, more services, and more ways to experience how at South Texas Health System clinics, now more than ever, we're all here for you.
And welcome back to DQ Fan Field and Football Night at McAllen ISD. We see Coach Patrick Shelby watching from the sidelines. 10:46 to go in the third quarter, and Mission up by 3 scores once more. Early third, and here's Guajardo for the kick. We saw a shot of Keith right there, moving under the football, and he'll field it at his 10, and here he comes. Trying to go the long way to the 20, and has room there. 25 at the 30, and wrestled out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Yeah, had some great blocking there and got it all the way out to the 35.
And that's what the Bulldogs, that's what they needed, Mark, a little boost, because the offense is a little flat. They're not getting some first downs. And you can't put that kind of pressure on the defense that's been on the field a long time. The Bulldogs need to develop a little bit of consistency on offense.
And we see Keith was not brought down, but wrestled out of bounds. And the Bulldogs will be starting in excellent field position. We do have an official's timeout at the moment with 10:37 to go here in the third. And we'll take a break. We'll be back with more Football Night in McAllen after this. And welcome back to DQ Fan Field. Timeout on the field, 24-7 our score. Kind of scoring recap for you. Shelby Santalis got 2 touchdowns from Diego Salinas tonight for Mission. One of 36 yards, one of 44 that we saw just a moment ago. And Salinas, in addition to those 2 passes, has a 3-yard run for a score. And then Guajardo had that 20-yard field goal right before the end of the first half for Mackay. Jaden Hedetta with a 7-yard touchdown run off a pitch toss from his quarterback, Joaquin Valdez. And that was Mackay's points. And Mackay right now about to have the football. You know, it's not too late to enroll your child in McAllen ISD. If you need assistance or have questions about our exciting schools and programs, contact Student Outreach at 956-687-MISD. That's 956-687-MISD. Yeah, here's a look at the Bulldogs schedule, Mario. You can see after tonight, Bulldogs will be at home again next week. It'll be a Thursday night game. They'll take on the Mercedes Tigers. That'll be their last non-district affair before they start district in a pretty tough spot. They'll be away at PSJA North. And here's the first play. Big run here for Hedetta. The Bulldogs go all the way from their 35 to the own 49. So a 14-yard run there and a first down here for the Bulldogs.
And that could be the most yardage on a handoff by the Bulldogs.
They're going to hurry up offense here. They'll give it to Hedetta once more. Spin move and still going into Eagles territory and close to a first down. Actually going to be a yard short at the Eagle 42.
You know, the defenders better know that you just can't try to grab Herrera. You really got to secure him when you bring him down, because that's not going to cut it. He's got too much balance. He's a strong kid.
Tackle on the play finally by Juan Valdez there, but after a 9-yard pickup, and now it's a first down. Keith with this catch, and he's moving down to about the 32-yard line, a gain of 10 on the play.
It looks like the Bulldogs are going with a hurry-up offense, try to change something that's not clicking, and that's what you got to do. The regular offense is not in rhythm, so now they're rushing him, and maybe that will get him in rhythm. There's a penalty.
And now we've got a flag down as the Bulldogs snap it quickly, and this may be a false start. 4 penalties on the Bulldogs in the first half.
False start. Offense, number 2. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains first down.
First and 15 now. And here's a run to the left side. A lot of room here for Hedetta. Offensive line doing a great job there. And he's all the way down to the 21-yard line.
Yes, sir. It looks like the offensive line for the Bulldogs have waken up. Look at that pancake that we had on the left side. It's incredible.
16 yards on that run. They're already lining up again at the 26. And rolling out is Valdez, going to throw this. Karam was in the area, but I think he was throwing that away. And it'll be incomplete in a second down.
And that's a good play. Bulldogs, and nothing was happening, so why throw an interception? Just throw the ball away, and that's experience that Joaquin Valdez gained last year. Don't force the issue.
So third down now. Flag goes down. See what the flag is about.
Offense, number 11. 5-yard penalty for the previous spot. Remains second down.
And another penalty.
Correction.
Those are the
Third
momentum
down.
killers for any offense. 2 of those penalties adds to 10 yards of penalty.
Third and 4 becomes 3rd and 9. Valdez back to throw. Has time. Going for it. Oh, man is open. Call touchdown. Touchdown. And that is De Saavedra for the Bulldogs. And the crowd is electric.
And that is exactly what the McAllen Bulldogs needed.
Ball start. Offense, number 82. Wasn't set at the
The
snap.
Bulldogs were trying to go for a quick, because of the momentum, they tried to go to the line of scrimmage to try to see if they could pick up a quick 2. But false start, you know that now the Bulldogs more than likely, I don't know if they're going to go for the field goal mark.
Our score now 24-13. Or they're going to say he was, down by contact. I'm sorry, not a touchdown, down at the 1, then a 5-yard penalty. So they have not scored yet.
Right.
And here's Hedetta running. 1st and goal up to the 2-yard line. So my apologies on that one. I was so excited. I thought he got in.
Yeah, it looked like he got in, but kind of messed us all up. Uh-oh, fumble.
The ball's loose.
Uh-oh.
Ball's still loose.
I think the
ball came loose on 2nd and goal.
This is a big play, especially for the Bulldogs.
I think the Bulldogs got it back. Valdez did.
That play never looked good at all as Valdez came in there, and I don't know if the ball was snapped too soon, but
Offside.
Just didn't look good.
Defense, number 94. That's the distance to the goal. Second down.
And a break for the Bulldogs. The penalty was actually on the defense.
Yeah. So that puts the ball at the 1-yard line. It's a half the distance penalty. Coach Shelby from the sideline there. And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and goal just outside the 1-yard line. And it's a direct snap to Hedetta. And Mission all over that one. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Good job by the defense by number 34, Jose Sanchez. He was not fooled by the direct snap to the running back. He was ready. And a couple of other Mission Eagle defenders were also ready.
Coach Daniel Longoria in his 3rd year as head coach of the Eagles on the Mission sideline.
I think he comes from the Raymondville area.
And here they go. It's going to be a fake and a throw and a catch and a touchdown. That's Tristan Keith with the touchdown for the Bulldogs. And now it's official. It's 24-13.
And the Mission coach tried to call a timeout. Mark, he ran downfield to get the attention of one of the side judges. They didn't see him, and it was a good thing they didn't see him because the Bulldogs were able to capitalize on a touchdown.
Officially a 1-yard touchdown pass to Tristan Keith. Here's the extra point try. This is Cash. High snap, kick is away and off the upright. It's no good. And the attempt by Cáceres goes awry. The score is going to be 24-13. Still in favor of the Mission Eagles with 7:12 to play in the 3rd.
Good answer by the Bulldogs. Good answer, good response.
This is football night in McAllen ISD. Everybody having a good time with the smile cam here at DQ Fan Fields. Another look at the touchdown. This is on 3rd and goal. See the fake by Valdez and the toss to Keith. It's 24-13. Here's the kickoff. And Mission unable to generate a return. Just following on it is Marco Trevino. And Mission will start off at their own 23-yard line.
Well, now with the momentum on the Bulldog side, can the Bulldog defense come up with a big stop?
Big Mission offensive line there. Have done a pretty good job helping their team to 106 yards rushing and 157 yards passing here tonight.
Well balanced.
Yeah, 263 total yards. 11 first downs for the Eagles. They've had a couple of big plays from from Salinas to Sital. And here's Salinas wanting to run the ball. Can be wrapped up by Diego Beretta and brought down. You know, Diego Beretta talked about wanting to be a cardiovascular surgeon. His brother Andres wants to be a neurosurgeon.
I know. I was talking to both kids there during parents' night, and very, very intellectual, very impressive. Congratulations to the Barrera family.
4-yard pickup by the quarterback Salinas. 2nd down, 6 now. 6.5 to play in the third. Handoff. This is Muniz. Muniz is hit and brought down after a short gain. It'll bring up 3rd down. I believe on the tackle there for the Bulldogs was Nick Moss.
Nothing much on that play for Ivan Muniz. He's had success on other plays, but not on that one. So we're looking at a 3rd and 6. Should be a passing down. We'll see what Coach Longoria does.
Yeah, 3rd down here.
Screen pass.
Back to throw and incomplete. Was intended for Aparicio. And that's going to bring up 4th down, and it looks like Mackay will get the ball back.
And it was a good call, Mark. There was about 5 Bulldogs, 6 Bulldogs that were close to the quarterback, so it could have happened. Something positive.
Yeah, chance for Mission to pick up good yardage there if they had been able to complete that. They had the screen well set up. 4th and 6 now. And a low snap. But the punter able to corral it and get it off in time, and a whale of a punt. Forces Beretta back to his 38, but he's got room. Flag is down. Crosses the 50 and then wrestled down at the 49. And that was Andres Beretta on the return. Tackle on the play by Ilian Garcia. But I think this might be coming back. Fourth punt of the game for Mission. They lead by 11 here midway through the 3rd quarter.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. 1st down.
And that wipes out a pretty decent return.
Yeah, it's 10 yards not from the tackle, but from the spot of the foul, which was way back behind the tackle. And this ball is going to go all the way back to from the 42 to the 32. And here's a sweep to the left side, short side of the field. Running back turns it upfield. That's Hedera. And has a modest gain of 3.
You know, I'm impressed with the guard defense, guard Jackson Quintanilla. Sometimes he's a lead blocker, like you see him on top of the screen, and he's ready to wipe out anybody in front of him.
2nd down and 7 now for the Bulldogs. High snap and broken play, it looks like, as Valdez is going to keep this and gets up to about the 37-yard line, a gain of 2, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, that kind of looked a little weird, Mark. I don't know, but at least it didn't turn into a big loss. Looked like the running back wasn't there for him.
And here's a catch by Keith on 3rd down and is able to turn it into a 1st down and move the chains for Mac High.
And that's a pretty good read right there by the Bulldogs. Excellent job by Joaquin Valdez. He spotted the receiver wide open. Easy play for them.
And there's Hedetta on 1st down. Unable to generate much of anything as Mission had that one well read. Tackle on the play for them was the linebacker, Christopher Avila.
And that's a sure tackle by Avila, wrapping up the running back the way you're supposed to.
Yeah, 2nd down and 10 now. Hedetta having a good night. Bulldogs rushing up to 118 yards. Valdez wants to throw, has time, deep left side. Keith is there and overthrown. And guarding him on that play was Luis Vasquez Peña. And this will bring up 3rd and 10.
Real good job there by Lou. He didn't want to give away the long ball, so that helped them be there in position.
And here's a sweep to the right side. That's Hedetta once more, able to pick up only a yard, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the Mission defense responded, especially after the Bulldogs in their last possession. They were able to score a touchdown. This time, the defense came up with an adjustment.
So you see the punter there, that's Esparza. This will be his 4th punt tonight.
There's a coach on the field. Did he want a timeout?
Timeout.
That's the way you grab the attention of the official. It just didn't look like maybe the Eagles were ready.
Yeah, Eagles didn't have anybody back there, and they elected to call a timeout. So we'll take a break. Mission 24, Mackay 13 in the 3rd quarter here on Football Night in McAllen ISD. We'll be right back.
Bogusport is proud to sponsor tonight's game and honor student athletes pursuing excellence on and off the field. Enjoy the drive.
And welcome back to DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. Seating capacity of 13,500, and there is, believe it or not, a blue moon.
A blue moon.
Yeah. Now it looks rust-colored because blue moons basically mean when you have 2 full moons in the same calendar month. We had that just a couple nights ago on August 30th.
Is that the one that was real big, Mark?
Yes, indeed.
Man, that was huge.
That was on Wednesday night. And, 2 full moons within the same calendar month. Just kind of a bit of trivia. They call that a blue moon.
How about that?
But
nobody expects a science lesson from the great Mark May.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Mark.
Well, especially in science. I was a liberal arts guy.
There you go.
But, yeah, it looks gorgeous. It's got the sunlight reflecting off of it.
Is it me or looks a little lopsided?
All right, back to the action. 1st and 10, 35-yard line here for Mission. Going to throw this, and it's incomplete, intended for Gonzalez. It's Dion Gonzalez.
A
bring up 2nd down.
A rare bad throw by Salinas. I think Salinas likes to roll out. That's when he makes his best passes. Either that or the receiver did not run the correct route.
So 2nd down at the 35. See 3 receivers to the left side. Mackay playing off of that. There's a throw over the middle. It's caught. Short gain there. That's number 17. You can see is Sital. He's their 2 touchdown man tonight.
He's had a great night.
So you saw a couple of Bulldogs in there on the hit, including 25 Aiden Sanchez. So to bring up third down now, as they are now at the 42-yard line. Their quarterback wants to keep it himself. Runs up and looks like he has enough for the first down. He needed the 45, got to the 46, picks up 4, and that'll move the chains.
So the Eagles did not have to put it in the air. They had enough faith on the offensive line and the running ability of Diego Salinas, and that paid off for a first down.
Under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter now. Mackay still has enough time, but they are 2 scores down. Mackay thinking about the blitz here. And they do come, and a quick pass out to Gonzalez. Makes the catch, wrestled out of bounds at midfield. This will bring up second. And Mission looks content to go with the short pass as a way of moving the football steadily up the field and continue to grind time off the clock.
And that's what the Eagles like to do, those short passes. They're open, hoping that there's a missed tackle and the receiver can take off for bigger yardage.
Coaches signaling in the play. They actually have several coaches signaling at the same time, so the opposition doesn't know who to key on. Who's actually signaling it in as we see the run up the middle. Ball
There's
came
a fumble.
loose.
Maybe not, too late.
I think the officials ruling down by contact. They're signaling fourth down. And
Take
see
a
it
look
again
at the
here.
replay. There was a fumble.
That was Aparicio. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the Eagles may have caught a break there. Well, they recovered. They were able to recover the fumble. They did give them the spot of the recovery, but I thought it was fourth down. They have third down right there.
Third down.
Yeah, you're right. It is third down. And this will be a quarterback draw here. Lots of room up the middle. And now it's a first down. No doubt about that one for the Mission Eagles. And Diego Salinas having a huge night here with a couple of touchdown passes and some big runs as well. All the way down to the Bulldog 38.
Sometimes you got to give credit to your offensive play caller. That was a beautiful play call.
Actually, 16 yards, on that pickup to the Bulldog 32. Like I said, 38. So first and 10, new set of downs here for Mission. Salinas in the pistol with 3 receivers to his left. That guy thinking about blitzing. They back out of it. Hit as he throws. Too long, it's intercepted. Mackay's first pick of the game. And this is going to be run back. That's Andres Beretta. Pushed out of bounds at around the 25-yard line. And the Mackay crowd comes to life here in the late third quarter.
And good job by number 11, Andres Barrera, at the right place at the right time. But who put pressure on him? I think it was, I don't get the defender that put pressure. Could have been Jules Auguste. He's the one that put pressure on that to force Diego Salinas to rush the throw.
The Bulldogs will set up shop at their own 24-yard line. 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Valdez fakes the handoff. Is going to throw. Trying to hit Karam in the right flat. It's incomplete. We'll bring up second down.
Slightly overthrown. It looked like if Karam would have gotten that ball, he would have gotten at least 6 or 7 yards. Those are the type of plays that maybe at this time of the year they don't work, but as the season progresses, they should.
And here's a quick flanker screen to Keith. He runs all the way up to the 27-yard line. Gain of 3.
Anytime you have an open field tackle by linebacker Christopher Avila, those are huge.
Yeah, it looked like Keith ran away from his blocking as blocking to his left ran to the middle of the field. Here they go on third down, and this is tipped and incomplete. Intended for Keith, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I think we finished the quarter here on that pass, Mark, but that was a beautiful pass.
Yeah, we've reached the end of quarter number 3. It's another look at it there. And the Bulldogs will be in a punting situation when we come back for the fourth. It's Mission 24, McAllen 13, and you're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow. Creating more jobs.
And more opportunities for all of us.
Working together. Together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
Welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter here at DQ Fan Field. Football Night, McAllen ISD. Bulldogs in a punt formation. This is Esparza. Esparza gets that off despite the mission rush, and it goes over the returner's head. That was Sital. And this is going to take a Bulldog roll well inside the 20 and killed at the 11.
That's a big special teams play. Great punt.
Yeah, all the way back to the 11-yard line from the 27. 62-yard punt there with no return.
We'll take that, won't you, Mark?
Indeed.
I'd like to send a shout out to my good friend, Dr. Rosalba de Hoyos, now serving as interim superintendent here at McAllen ISD. Very confident that she's doing an excellent job.
They got an officials timeout at the moment, 11:47 to go in regulation. 11-point lead here for the visitors. Next week, Mackay will be at home again. They'll be taking on the Mercedes Tigers. And the week after that, they go on the road for their district opener at Fiesta A North, a team that was the district champion last year and went all the way to the fourth round of the state playoffs.
And I say they should have won that game, but it just didn't happen. But Mark, Mercedes is going to come in here kind of upset because they got beat up pretty bad last week by Westlaco. I think Harlingen is also doing that to them this week.
And then other district games include Rio Grande City on September 22nd. Then there's a bye week, kind of a rest week for teams. And then on October 6th, they'll be at La Jolla Juarez Lincoln, another away game at Edinburgh Bella on October 13th. And they've got La Jolla Palmview at home on the 20th. And then the two sister schools from McAllen, Nicky Rowe on October 27th and McAllen Memorial on November 3rd. Those will both be Friday games. And those are always exciting anytime you get those two McAllen teams together.
That's a tough schedule because you're going out on the roll, I guess, the top two teams in the district.
1st and 10 for the Mission Eagles. Hand this off, fighting, second effort here, and close to a first down, all the way up near the 25-yard line. And on that powerful run, that was Muniz once again. Actually, I think it credit him at the 25, so a 14-yard gain and a first down.
Hard running, and this late in the game, he's in shape.
3 receivers to the right of Salinas. Here on 1st and 10, or excuse me, it's 2nd and less than a yard. They're going to hand this off. And this is Muniz once again, and he's going to be short.
Yeah, he's short.
He got about 9.5 yards on that previous carry. And is knocked down at the line of scrimmage here as we take another look. Yeah, good tackle there for the Mackay Bulldogs. That was number 40, Hudson Hood. So now it's 3rd down and less than a yard. They're going to hand this off straight ahead. This is Muniz again, and now he has the first down, not much more, as he crosses the 25 to the 26.
You know, the Eagles, I don't know if they'll go for it because that's a big risk.
Oh, wow, they're calling him short.
Yeah, it's a 4th down, Mark. That's the right thing to do. I mean, you're up 11, Your defense is not playing too bad.
Yeah, he actually needed the 26, and they've got him about a foot short of the 26. And they're going to bring on the punting unit.
I think that's the right thing to do by Coach Longoria. But now they're going to think about it, Mark. They're going to call a timeout.
Eagles.
So Mission elects to think about this one, and they're going to take their second timeout. So, yeah, it looked like it was a shoe-in. They had a second and less than a yard. And then sometimes teams will actually throw it deep. They kind of see that as kind of a waste down because they still got third down in their pocket. But on second down, didn't pick it up. Third down, didn't pick it up. And now looking at fourth down. There you can see our try shot right there from 3 of our cameras. Using 7 cameras tonight, I believe, to bring you this broadcast. Mission up 24-13. The Bulldogs have the only points here in the second half with a touchdown. That was a touchdown by Tristan Keith, a 1-yard catch from the quarterback, Valdez.
The Bulldog defense better be careful with not to jump off sides.
And Mission looks like they will punt it. This is Guajardo, gets it off in time. And it'll be returned from the Bulldog 40 up near the 50-yard line, crossing into the Eagles territory. That's Andres Beretta once more.
So with the Bulldog defense coming up with 2 big stops with short yards to gain, the Eagles didn't execute. This is where the Bulldog offense have to take advantage. They need to punch it in. They need points at this time.
.9:36 to go.
The Bulldogs have moved the ball, Mark, but they haven't been consistent.
So we'll see what they can do here, starting in Eagles territory at the 48. Man in motion, that's Karam. Hand this off. Hideta has a lead blocker. Crosses the 45 and down to the 42-yard line. It's going to be about 4 yards shy of the first down.
You got to be impressed by Herrera that he got hit and then he just kept his legs moving and then he gained like an extra 2 yards. If you take a look at the replay, he's stopped right there, but he kept moving his legs.
Yeah, carrying 2 defenders, and now they try to run it outside to the right to Hideta once more. And they're going to knock him down about the line of scrimmage.
Looks like any time the Bulldogs try to run outside, the Mission Eagle defense, they're fast and quick, and they don't allow a lot of yards.
Actually picked up 1. So 3rd down and 3 now.
Should be 2 down territory, don't you think, Mark?
Yep, but Bulldogs 5 for 11. I would say not yet. As Valdez wants to throw, has time, flushed out of the pocket. Now he's being wrapped up, and he's going to go down at about the 40-yard line. Picks up another yard. And now the Bulldogs have something to think about a little here. 4th down and 2.
I say this is where you come up with that special play that you worked on a lot. I think Coach Shelby will go for it. With 8 minutes to go, they are going for it, Mark.
Yep, 4th and 2. The 40-yard line.
Unfortunately, there's a penalty for the Bulldogs. Wrong time of the game for this.
False start. Offense, number 13. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains 4th down.
Now 4th and 2 just became 4th and 7. See what the Bulldogs decide to do here.
I think they're still going to go for it, Mark.
8:01 left in the game. You have to kind of figure that you'll probably only have about 2 more possessions, and you need at least 2 scores. So it would be very risky to punt the football here, even though you could pin Mission deep. Man in motion, 4th and 7. That's Karam in motion. They're going to throw this over the middle. Man is open, and it's incomplete, intended for Andres Barrera. And had that been complete, the Bulldogs would have been in a sweet spot. They would have been inside the 20, possibly in the end zone.
So you can say this, Mark, that it was the right call. They had an opportunity. Barrera usually catches that one. But you have to remember Barrera's playing both ways. And you can take a look at the young man that he wishes he could catch it. But you know what? They also drop him in pro football, don't they?
Yep. And Barrera also playing on special teams. I don't know if he's come off the field yet tonight.
He's put a lot of time on the field, and then he's also a punt returner.
Now, the only thing this cost the Bulldogs was yardage if they had decided to punt the football.
Correct.
They still have enough time to get the ball back, still enough time for 2 possessions, but they need a stop here. And here's a sweep right side. Aparicio has the first down and more. The big sweep to the right. It develops slowly, but surely, and Aparicio gives the Eagles a first down.
That's football, Mark. 15 seconds ago, you had a golden opportunity for a good catch, and who knows what would happen if that ball was been caught. And now, the Bulldogs defense find themselves in a tough situation. They must have a stop. They cannot afford to give them points.
So 1st and 10. As a handoff, Aparicio again. A nice move at the 20. First down again. And the Eagles are in the red zone now. 7.5 to play in the 4th.
That right side of the line is strong, it's powerful.
They pick up 15 yards.
He's running hard, Mark. He doesn't even know he's in the 4th quarter.
Actually, 17 yards. Yeah, he is. Aparicio turned very strong. But there you see the assistant coaches. Yeah, they have more than one coach signal in the play. So the opposition doesn't know which one is the key man and which one's the decoy.
It's Aparicio again. I'll tell you what they're going to do.
I think a timeout called. We'll see who the timeout is going to be charged to. It's 24-13, our score still. And Mission knocking on the door again. So let's take a break. You're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD. Thank you to our business community. We appreciate sponsors like Dairy Queen, Bogus Ford, Lone Star National Bank, Performance Therapeutics, South Texas Health Systems, and so many other businesses that have made this beautiful scoreboard possible. Because of their support, absolutely no district funds were used, not one penny. This scoreboard allows us to showcase our students throughout the entire school year, and we sincerely appreciate the privilege. Thank you.
Timeout, Bulldogs.
And that timeout called by the Bulldogs, their first of the half. They'll leave them with 7:24 remaining. And things getting a little dicey now for the Bulldogs as they do not have the ball. The opposition is in plus territory. They're down 2 scores and have 2 timeouts. So 1st and 10 at the 14. And this is going to be a quarterback keeper left side. Salinas trying to turn the corner, picks up 4 up to the 10-yard line. They'll bring up 2nd down.
Now here's the other thing, Mark. If the Eagles continue to run some plays, they're also running down the clock.
Yeah, even if they don't pick up points on this drive, you're right. They still move the ball deep to the other end, take time off the clock by keeping the ball on the ground. Now, offensive line of Mission's done a terrific job tonight. They're up closing in on 200 yards rushing.
Yeah, no, that's a big offensive line, no doubt about that.
They're going to hand this off. This is Muniz. Muniz bottled up at the line of scrimmage. And that'll bring up 3rd down. The clock will continue to run at 6.5 to play in the fourth.
The good news is that the Bulldogs stopped this play, but the bad news is that the clock continues to run, and by the time they run the next play, it should be under 6 minutes.
Yeah, the play clock is at 26 right now, so they can still let another 20 seconds roll off here if they choose. Third down and 6 now. This is a points play. 3 down lineman for Mackay. Mission has 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Aparicio's in the backfield with Salinas. And now a timeout called by the Eagles. That'll be their last one. So we'll take a quick break. 24-13 our score. Mission in front, facing a crucial third down. When we come back, this is Football Night at McAllen ISD. Fan cam, always a huge hit. It's an exciting moment here at DQ Fan Field every week. But now here's an exciting play. 3rd down and 6 for Mission. They're at the 10-yard line in Mackay territory. We're under 6 to play in the fourth. And Salinas wants to keep this. It's going to be hit at the 7 and brought down around the 6-yard line. I think he's just short. He needed the 4. The time will continue to run off the clock. Mackay has 2 timeouts left. They'll save those for later.
And the Eagles will take those 3 points. Why not? They got a very good field goal kicker.
This is Guajardo to attempt a 22-yard field goal from the right hash. He made a 20-yarder back in the second quarter. Good snap and hold. Kick is high enough, long enough, and it is good. And he has his second field goal of the game, 22 yards, and that puts Mission up 27-13. But the key thing here is, Mario,
yes, sir.
If you do the math, it's still a 2-score game.
Not a lot of time. You got to score quickly. It's got to be a touchdown. You look at Coach Danny Longoria, Coach Patrick Shelby. You know, looking at Coach Shelby, you never know if he's winning or he's losing. He's just always calm, under control. He knows this is game 2 of the season. It's a long season. You want to play well all the time, but the big games are when you get to district play. What a rough schedule. You go on the road against Far North and on the road against Edinburgh Vela.
27-13 our score. Sital with 2 touchdown catches tonight from Salinas. On Mackay's side, they have touchdowns from Jaden Hedetta and Tristan Keith. Hedetta a run, Keith a catch. And you can see the moon up there. You see there are 2 light poles on either side of the visitor side, the east side of the stadium. And that bright white dot in between them is a full moon.
So we kicked the field goal right in between the lights, Mark. It would be good if it was the moon, right?
Yeah, indeed. So Guajardo has made 2 extra points and 2 field goals tonight.
I think you're going to have a kickoff way high in the air to try to force the Bulldogs to get a fair catch, but the Bulldogs need good field position off of this kick.
You see Bedetta standing at his own, between his 5 and 10 yard line. Guajardo's going to boot this one as deep as he can. Out to the 5-yard line. This is Beretta. Crosses the 20. Nice move there at the 25. Has room at the 30. Cuts inside the 40. Still going. Dancing through traffic. And goes down at the 49-yard line. Well, the crowd really into that.
There's a flag.
Well, a flag came down. Did you see where the flag was located?
Yeah, it came from the back, right there at the 50-yard line. Something happened.
So somewhere near the where Beretta was tackled.
Right. I don't know. Somebody might have hit somebody late. There you go.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Kicking team, number 2. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
It's exactly what the Bulldogs needed, Mark. They're going to start off at about the 35-yard line. But let's give credit, big-time credit here for Andres Barrera. He had an opportunity where he dropped the pass. He usually catches it. But you know what? He's giving the Bulldogs a chance with that big kickoff return. It was an exciting return, Mark. He broke several tackles.
Yeah, he is a force on that special teams. Has terrific run instincts. Here's a play-action pass, toss. This is Karam, able to get turned. First down, breaks a tackle down near the 20-yard line. And another first down here for Mac High.
And quickly, the Bulldogs are right there. Exactly what Coach Patrick Shelby needed.
15 yards all the way to the Eagle 20. Another first down as Valdez rolls out. And same thing again at the right side. Karam inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line. And it's coming up first and goal.
And here comes a hurry-up offense.
The 13-yard pickup on that one. Back to pass is Valdez. Now running and gets out of bounds around the 5. Clock stops at 4:25 to go in regulation. 2-touchdown lead here for Mission. Mac High threatening. The second and goal at the 5.
Smart play by Valdez. He knew that if he ran, here's the other replay. He knew if he ran, they'd probably tackle him and the clock would continue to run. So he saved the timeout by running out of bounds.
Yeah, you can lose a good 30 seconds in between plays if you're not able to get the clock stopped. So here we are on second and goal. Valdez looks left, runs right, breaks a tackle, goes down at the 5. They might have to burn a timeout here.
The tackle by number 40, John Aguilar Quedar.
And they do. They call their second timeout.
I don't know if they had to call a timeout when the kid is injured. What do you think, Mark?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's an official's timeout. I saw an official signal pointing toward Mac High, but he was actually pointing to the fact that it's an official's timeout. So we'll take a break. Mission 27, Mac High 13. 4:13 to go here in regulation at DQ Fan Field. We'll be back.
We have some very good and important news about your and your family's health care. Now more than ever, South Texas Health System clinics are here for you in all the ways that matter more. Because now there are more locations in the Valley to serve you, more doctors, more specialists, more services, and more ways to experience how at South Texas Health System clinics, now more than ever, we're all here for you.
Welcome back to DQ Fan Field. Enjoyable game here tonight on football night at McAllen ISD. Our next webcast will feature the Bulldogs again. They'll be taking on the Mercedes Tigers next Thursday. That'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff. And we'll be on the air at about 6:49. But meanwhile, third and goal for the Bulldogs. Valdez throws this, and incomplete, intended for Herrera. Kind of led him a bit too much there. And it'll bring up fourth down and goal from the 5-yard line. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go. You can see Valdez was facing a rush coming on from linebacker Emilio Alvarado.
And here's the big play of the game. If the Bulldogs want to have a chance to tie this game up.
Yeah, Bulldogs have to score here if they are, or at least keep the possession alive, if they're going to come back in this game. Down 2 touchdowns. 4:10 to go. 4th and goal from the 5. And it's going to be a sweep right side. Hedera crosses inside, fighting at the goal line, and it's a touchdown! Touchdown Bulldogs! Jaden Hedera's second score of the game, and the Bulldogs just 1 score away.
What a call, Mark. I didn't expect a running play. And risky call, but it worked.
Very gutsy call there from 5 yards out to run a sweep. And you notice, we'll see on the replay, De Saavedra actually moved from outside to a wingback spot to provide an extra blocker over there. And that helped Hedera get in. He was hit at the 5 and broke another tackle. You see De Saavedra late coming in here for the extra point try. Now this is crucial. They do need this. Snap and hold. It's a botched attempt. So they're going to run this and now throw into the end zone. And this is intercepted. It can be run back for 2. And they're going to end it there. So the try is no good. So if the Bulldogs score another touchdown, they'll have to go for 2 points to try to force overtime.
Yeah, big extra. They struggled with this one.
Yeah, so not the end of the world, but it does set you back a little bit. And here's another look at the touchdown. You saw a seal block by De Saavedra. And then we had another clear-out block by one of the offensive linemen.
I think it also surprised the Mission Eagle defense, Mark. I don't think they expected a running play. I certainly did. That's a call.
I want to say it was Ryan Connect. If we see that replay again, we'll double-check that. But a 5-yard run for Hedera, second of the night.
So how many timeouts do the Bulldogs have?
They're down to 1 timeout.
1 timeout. I don't know, 4 minutes. You think with 1 timeout you can make enough stops?
If you don't give up a first down, here's a replay again. And, there it is.
63.
Jackson Quintanilla.
Yeah.
And also Anthony Cerda.
Yeah, they were out there helping out.
They pulled the guards, and they got a seal block from De Saavedra. And Hedera was able to get in for his second score of the night. 27-19 our score. Hands really into it. Now, Mission has led the entire way. They were up 14-0 in the first quarter, led 17-7 at halftime. 24-13 after 3, and now 27-19 is our score.
Well, the Eagles are setting up their special teams. They have about 10 players within 10 yards. They expect an onside kick.
Yeah, they're prepared for that. And they're moving all the way up. I was going to say they were crossing the 50. Now they're at the 50, 10 yards away. We'll see if this is onside. No, it's going to go deep. One man back there for Mission. That's Gonzalez. That's a live football. He picks it up at the 14-yard line. He's going to be knocked down for a very minimal gain at about the 13-yard line. And so if the Bulldog defense can prevent giving up a first down, they'll probably have to use their 1 timeout somewhere. They can get the ball back in good field position with enough time to make something happen.
Yep, and that's the thing that Coach Shelby was probably calculating the minutes and the seconds. With 4 minutes to go, he feels at a timeout, he feels that he'll still have a shot at getting the ball back. And they do have a stop here, Mark. They should have good field position.
You can hear the cheerleaders in there chanting defense. Under Coach Cassandra Clemens, Mackay cheerleaders. And here's 1st and 10 here for Mission. They'll want to keep this on the ground most likely. Salinas hit in the backfield and then finds his way forward, across the 15 to about the 16, a gain of 3. And the clock will run.
I don't think the Eagles will throw. I think they'll keep it on the ground with Salinas. And be careful with Aparicio because he's been able to gain some big yardage when they need him.
So Mackay keeps the timeout in their pocket, 25 on the game clock. And Mission taking their time here. We're at 3:30 to play in regulation.
You know that defensive coordinator Ernie Alonso, he's going to throw all kinds of blitz there. I was talking to him before the game, Mark. He was telling me he had like all his packages a bunch of different scenarios. I said, forget about it. I wouldn't be able to keep up with all your
1
expectations.
second here to snap it.
Good call, Mark.
Yeah.
Good call.
And they're going to get delay of game.
Yep.
Delay of game. Offense, number 6. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Second down.
And wow, they waited, in my opinion, a bit too long there.
Yes, they did.
I didn't see any strategic gain in taking the delay penalty.
No way. You want to get that first down. You basically get a first down. This game is close to being over.
Now the game clock at 20 seconds. They face
Why is the clock running?
Second down and 13. Salinas to throw this, and this is caught at the 15-yard line. It's wrapped up. A short gain will bring up third down.
I didn't think they would throw the ball this deep in the territory, but Mark, after that penalty, I noticed that the clock was running.
Well, they had the delay of game, and then they enforced that, and then they started the clock again since it was running before the delay.
I thought you'd get a penalty, and then you would.
You can't buy yourself a timeout by deliberately incurring a delay penalty.
Timeout. Bulldogs.
Now the Bulldogs going to use their final timeout. It's over 2 minutes remaining, and facing a third down. Ball's at the 16-yard line after that 5-yard pass. And a big third down here, biggest of the game. So here we go. Bulldogs out of timeouts, 2:48 to go in the game. Third down and 8 here for the Eagles. Do they take a chance and throw it, or do they run? They're going to throw, and this is incomplete. That's going to stop the clock, and the Bulldogs will get the ball back.
So when you look at it, Mark, Coach Shelby decided to kick off, and the Eagles took over with 4 minutes, if I recall. So only about a minute and 15 seconds came off the clock. So the Bulldogs are in business. They should get good field position.
Yeah, Mission kind of rolled the dice and threw a pass, which had the risk. If it was incomplete, it would stop the clock. So Mission's and the Bulldogs look like they want to put some pressure on us. They do bring the pressure, and the punt goes off. And Bedetta forced to chase this one and not going to be able to return it. It's going to take an Eagles roll. Also going to roll time off the clock, and they finally kill it at the 37-yard line in Bulldog territory. So Bulldogs at their own 37 with 2:32, so 13 seconds came off that punt. Bulldogs out of timeouts. Now they do stop the clock if the Bulldogs pick up a first down. They stop the clock for just enough time to be able to move the chain gang. That helps a little bit, but the Bulldogs will definitely be in the hurry-up offense. And here Valdez, sweep left. This is Hedetta, has room, still going. First down and more down the sideline, out of bounds in Eagles territory, and the clock will stop at 2:24.
The Bulldogs with that big gain there. Everything's looking good for the Bulldogs now. Good blocking on the left side of the line for the Bulldogs, and Herrera did the rest, and especially going out of bounds.
21-yard pickup now in Eagles territory, first down. Here, this is caught by Karam heading toward the sideline at the 30. At the 25 is tackled in bounds, but he did pick up a first down. That'll stop the clock for a moment.
And I think Karam was going to be talked to. He should have got out of bounds, but he was fighting for extra yards.
19 yards on the pickup. And Valdez going to throw for the end zone. Man uncovers, but overthrown intended for Keith.
That's okay. I mean, they gave themselves an opportunity for a score, but the clock stops. Second down. You still got 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go.
Yeah, still plenty of time, actually, considering they're already at the 23-yard line.
Could actually even have a couple of running plays.
Yeah, you could still run the ball here. And here they're going to fake the handoff. They're going to send this to Karam. That play has been open all night at the 15, inside the 10. And now they're saying stop the clock, I believe, just to move the chains. I think he was tackled in bounds.
Good call, Mark. He didn't go out of bounds. The clock is running already.
15 yards on that pickup, and it's 1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
No hurry, Mark. Minute 49. They got plenty of time.
Both teams, by the way, out of timeouts. Here's a handoff. Herrera sheds one tackle at the 5. Makes a nice move down to the 1-yard line. A little shifty move there to buy him some more yardage and get 7 yards. And it's going to bring up 2nd and goal. Now at the 2-yard line.
When I was down on the field, Herrera's not a big kid. He's a strong kid, a shifty kid, a tough runner.
I imagine they'll go to him again. Bulldogs must score a touchdown. They're at the 2-yard line. Herrera straight ahead. Touchdown, Bulldogs! It's Bedlam here at DQ Fan Field.
What a comeback, Mark. What a comeback. It's been a long time since I've seen this kind of comeback. But here's the big deal, the 2-point conversion.
They have to have that to force overtime.
And I'm actually rooting for the 2-point mark. I like to go into overtime. Both teams deserve a little bit extra time because they played a real good game.
And for Herrera, his 3rd touchdown of the night. But the Bulldogs have to have this, the 2-point conversion from virtually the same spot. They're at the 2-yard line again.
Looks like the Bulldogs still had a timeout, Mark.
Or I may have marked one off when they had that injury a few minutes ago.
I think so.
But
Yeah,
that'll be their final timeout.
Yeah, they weren't given a timeout on that one.
And here's the touchdown again. Herrera straight ahead. And Mission Eagles players looked like they had him dead to rights. There were like 4 Eagles back there.
But it is towards the end of the game, it looks like the conditioning from the Bulldogs, the kids look fresher. And of course, anytime you had a couple of defensive stops, it motivated the offense. But that right there is a glimpse of what the Bulldogs are capable of doing.
27-25 our score. Mackay needs the 2-point try. And I talk about forcing overtime, but there's actually still a chance. With a minute 9 to go, there's a chance for Mission, especially with that kicker Guajardo and the leg he has.
He's got a great leg.
Yeah, Mission would still have an opportunity to win it in regulation.
Well, if they get to that point, the thing is the big, what happens on a kickoff, because that's what helped the Bulldogs. What Andres Barrera did with a big kickoff return, he brought it back to the 50, and then all of a sudden, as a fan, as you take a look at the excitement there, but Barrera put him in this situation.
Several thousand Bulldog backers on their feet. Here's the 2-point try. Man in motion is Andres Barrera. Looking left, man is open, it's caught! Oh. It's 2 points and we're tied up!
Why not, Mark? Why not? Let's go overtime.
How about that? Look at the fans, the students, the parents, everybody's into that.
It's been an amazing comeback, Mark. Things didn't look good for the Bulldogs, remember?
They were down 10 at halftime, trailed by 11 entering the 4th quarter, and now have scored 2 touchdowns in the last 3 minutes to tie it up at 27. Here's another look at it. And Tristan had gotten some inside position on his defensive back, and he has had a couple of drops earlier in this game, but that was no doubt on that one.
That makes up for everything, and the Bulldogs have done that today. I mean, that big catch right there by Tristan Keith, and also go back to Andres Barrera when he just, I mean, it happens. You don't catch a ball, it's the way it goes, but he didn't get his head down. It's good coaching. And then that big kickoff return to the 50 and the penalty, they gave the Bulldogs the ball at the 35. But that makes it interesting, Mark. Depending on where the Eagles get the ball, is Coach Danny Longoria willing to risk it, or is he willing to go into overtime?
Yeah, with the success they've had on offense, I would think they would try to make something happen, at least on first down, see what happens. Now both teams are out of timeouts. And Cáceres about to kick off. There we see back to receive is Sital. And again, Mission has their hands team out there. Make sure Mackay doesn't try onside kick. And they're going to pop this over all the backs, and that's a live football! That's a live football! Mackay got it! Unbelievable!
Unbelievable, Mark!
The fans are going nuts!
How did that happen? Look at the players! Look at the players!
They popped it into no man's land, and none of the Eagles were able to converge on it in time. And yeah, you get the bling to wear. Look at this. This is a picture-perfect kick there by Cáceres. And getting it on the fly is the punter, Esparza.
You know the Bulldogs practice this, Mark. It's just not, I mean, it looks too good for it to happen just like that.
Yeah, often that ball will bounce out of bounds, or a player on the opposition will fall on it. But Mackay has it. They are in business with 1:08 to go at the Mission 27-yard line. They only need a field goal. 1st and 10. They have no timeouts. Valdez throws this toward the sideline, intended for Karam, and incomplete, but there is a flag down. Oh, this would be an amazing comeback as they entered the fourth down 11 points, trailed by 14 with 4.5 minutes left in the game. And they've come all the way back to tie it and might even win it.
And you remember when the Eagles had a chance to put it away, and the Bulldogs had to stop, and they settled for the 3, and you talked about that it was still a 2-possession game, and it came back that way.
So they're going to call, I believe, a pass interference here. That's a spot foul. So they end up picking 8 yards on the penalty. 1st and 10. Handoff. Hedera, spin move. Trying to get outside. Just needs to go down. So they can set up quickly. They can't stop the clock, and we're in the last minute. 55 seconds. 53. 51.
This has to be a pass. They've had a lot of success with Karam, but they've also had a lot of success with Tristan Keith.
Yeah, Karam, a lot of receptions tonight. Now on 2nd and 10. Valdez back to throw. Throwing toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. Went over Karam and was intended for De Saavedra. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Now at this point, as we see the replay here,
that was close.
Saavedra with a valiant effort to try to get that. That would have been sensational had he held on. Bulldogs need to think a little bit about getting a little closer to make an easier field goal attempt.
Maybe just get a 1st down.
If you get the 1st down, that's even better.
Because right now we're looking at about a 37-yard field goal. And Coach Shelby definitely knows what his kicker can do.
Play clock at 7. 3rd and 10. Valdez throws, man open, caught, that's Keith. Bounced out of bounds about 2 yards shy of the 1st down.
I would say the Bulldogs have an opportunity to win it on a field goal.
23 seconds left, and I think they are going to attempt a field goal here.
Mark, they've struggled on extra points.
Remember, they missed one that doinked off the upright. And then they had a botched hold on another attempted extra point that led to no try.
I think they're going to go ahead and go for it, Mark. There you go. They're going for that field goal.
So they'll try to win it here. 23 seconds left. Neither team has timeouts.
29-yard field goal.
29-yard attempt by Cáceres from the left hash. There's the snap. Good hold. Kick is on its way. Long enough. It's good! It's good!
It's a flag though, Mark. That's the big deal. Who's the flag on?
Look at that celebration. They haven't put the points up. As Mario mentioned, there's a flag down. We'll see what that's about.
Coach Shelby's on the field.
Shelby talking amicably with the referee.
It's good, Mark. Yep, the flags of the Eagles.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct. Here's the kick once again.
It was a low kick, but it went right down the middle, Mark.
Wow. They'll have to start calling Cash Cassidy's clutch Cassidy's after that one. Puts Mackay up 30-27.
This hasn't happened here in a while, Mark. We've done a lot of games, but this comeback here, wow. If any Bulldog fans left when the Bulldogs didn't look like they had a chance, now they know in the future, never leave, because you never know. It's just so exciting to see the excitement with the kids, the fans, the players. Unfortunately, it comes at the expense of the Mission Eagles, who played a good game.
Yeah, you think about that defensive stand when Mackay was down 2 touchdowns. Mission had a first and goal situation, ultimately settled for 3. That made it 27-13 at that time. And the Bulldogs able to engineer 2 touchdown scoring drives, get the ball back on probably the longest onside kick that I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was something else.
Then a 30-yard field goal that has put them ahead 30-27 with 20 seconds to play.
Mark, I think this game is going to be one of those where the Mackay Bulldog fans are going to be looking at it for a long time.
And here's the going to be a touchback. And, there's a 15-yard penalty that moved the Bulldog kick way up all the way to the Eagle 45, actually. And so Mission will have it at their 25-yard line. No timeouts, 20 seconds to go. But yeah, this is one that, if you're a Mission fan, might leave a bitter taste in your mouth for a while. And for Mackay, it's something they'll remember the rest of their lives.
Well, now, from now on, any game they'll be involved in, they're never out of it.
Cardiac Dogs. Still 20 seconds in there. A dime defense prevent for the Bulldogs. A pass to the right sideline, I believe, is incomplete. Looked like it's intended for Gonzalez. That'll bring up second down. Down in distance, kind of irrelevant now at this point. With 15 seconds left, you've got a chance for maybe 3, possibly 4 more plays.
Think this is a prevent defense, Mark?
Yes, it is. Salinas steps up in the pocket, and the pass almost intercepted. Almost picked off there by Aiden Sanchez, who anticipated that beautifully. I think Mission just trying to kind of move the ball up to midfield so they'll have a chance to throw a Hail Mary. They're now down to 10 seconds. And maybe 2 more plays.
That's about it. They have to get out of bounds, maybe.
There you see that prevent defense. Mackay rushing 3 and putting 8 back in the secondary. So third down now. Salinas, plenty of time. Throw this over the middle and incomplete. And that's probably a good thing for Mission because it's likely time would have run out and Mission would not have gotten another play. At least they'll have 1 more play with 4 seconds left.
It should be the last play of the game. And as long as there's no defensive penalty.
Last pass was intended for Kirk. See Coach Longoria there for Mission. Or the coaching staff there for Mission.
Coaching staff. Coach Longoria, all class, talking to him earlier. He's such a nice guy.
And now Mackay's going to rush 1. Sometimes in this situation you see like a middle screen. Said they're going to throw this deep. Left side is picked off, and that's going to be the game. That's Tristan Tristan Keith, the man who scored the two-point conversion that tied it up. He gets the intercept at the end, and we're done. Mackay has won it 30-27 in one of the most exciting, thrilling comebacks that you'll ever see.
Absolutely.
Down 14 points with just over 4 minutes to play. They score 17 in the last 4 minutes and 5 seconds, and they win it 30-27 here at DQ Fan Field. This is one they'll remember for a long, long time.
Lots of Bulldog fans are going to come back and look at it, Mark, over and over and over and over.
All right, that'll do it. Hope you enjoyed this thriller of football night in McAllen ISD. Mackay coming back to defeat Mission 30-27 in this non-district action. Mackay improves to 2-0 on the year. Mission starts out at 0-2. And next week, Mackay will be at home against the Mercedes Tigers. We'll have that one for you. For Mario Reyna, I'm Mark May, and the rest of our MITV broadcast crew. So long from DQ Fan Field and football night in McAllen ISD. Good night.